Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in to this impromptu video. Thank you. I am Lizzabitty, your world traveler. Hope everyone is fine. I'm back with another live. I told you I'd come back. I am in the midst of traveling yet again. There is some new footage that'll be coming out over the next couple of days. I hope that you guys enjoy it. If you have not caught my Tunisia videos, be sure to go back onto the channel and catch those replays. I will start to reshare them again on my community tab. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Ednice Augustine, how are you today? Hey, hey, hey. So let's jump right into it. What you need to know before moving abroad. This is a loaded question because people ask me questions as well as I'm doing my consultations. On the 24th of December, I had so many consults. And it was like crazy, crazy. I guess it was an end of year rush, if you will. I can't say. Let me say this to you, okay? Let me say this. When you move abroad, there are so many categories. And within those categories, there are subcategories that one needs to be aware about, okay? I'll give you an example. Logistics. And logistics could span if you're moving personal items slash assets or your person, meaning your being, traveling. There's just so much to include. I can't give you all of that at one time. And I've been getting a lot of emails. Hey, 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 Iron 5. I have been getting a lot of emails from people asking me, like, what they can do. You're going to have, I can't give you all of that in email. You don't even have an idea as to how many email accounts I have, okay? I'm trying to do better by checking these emails and responding to people, but you're going to have to book a consultation. It is what it is. My time is valuable. Why? Because I have a wealth and breadth of information that can assist people in trying to move abroad, regardless of what country you're moving to. Of course, I have my own personal preferences, but my life is not your life. And so, since my life is not your life, what works for me may or may not work for you. So this is why it is pretty much tailor made, and then you also get the ebook for moving abroad. So I wanted to say what you need to know in terms of moving abroad: transportation, logistics, and keep in mind when I make these categories, as I just said, they have subcategories within them: housing, medical, finances, stuff that you folks don't want to talk about. Some of these consultations that I am having with people, let me be PC. I feel like as adults, you all are not thinking in terms of the spectrum of your living wherever you are from versus that same living, not necessarily standard, but the same living will apply wherever you go. And so you have unrealistic expectations. I can't help you when you've been living a pipe dream. It is awesome to live abroad in different cultures and understand and be submerged and learn something about a place that maybe you've envisioned for years, maybe you've read about it. Just all of that. That in itself is exciting. I will never negate that. And I love it. I am a nomadic person. And I love that. At the same time, I recognize that there is a point where you are going to come to reality. Uh, so, reality versus what's fake, real life versus the fake life. And so, even though you have these ideas of grandeur in your head, when you actually start putting things into fruition, it may not pan out the way that you want it to pan out. All right? So I try to be honest with you when I'm talking about things when we have consultations and stuff because I told two people this week, this is not, moving abroad is not from you. It's just not. It's not. I'm not being ugly about it. I'm being truthful. I'm being truthful. So, what you need to know before moving abroad? A host of stuff. Yes, there's been people who have did fly by nights, but if you want to be successful and not have to return home, I don't suggest that. And people who are doing a lot of flighty stuff, a lot of them are having issues. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance. I don't know who made that up, that alliteration up, but it's facts. Okay. Um, all I can say is plan, 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 plan. So what you need to know before moving abroad is to plan. Plan, plan, plan. Yeah, plan, plan, plan. So that's what I wanted to say. Now, since you all are here, how is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Ooh. You know, this is a new prescription, but I really think that my eyes by the day is getting worse. Ooh, child. Don't get me started. Hello, 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 blind guy, his wife, their life. Thank you for joining us today. Hey, you're an all-star. So anyway, yeah, plan. If you want to be successful, you need to plan. Iron 5 says, I'm doing well working on my passport. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know, Iron 5, if you follow Finish the Race VL, but she had a passport issue going on. And it actually had been weeks, many more weeks than she had even anticipated or thought that it would take her to get this passport issue resolved. But she's had it resolved now, but it took us quite some time. So, yeah, if you're just doing renewals and things and you are out of your home of record, typically for U.S. citizens, it is a bit easier to get renewals done than other stuff. Just an FYI caveat, if you will. Okay? Just an FYI caveat, okay? Yeah. Blind God says, I look at the sun to strengthen my eyes, which I've been doing since I was a kid. I see quite clear up close and far. Well, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. You're hilarious. But yeah, if you're abroad, I don't know how the situation is when you are stateside and you're trying to do it, except that I do hear that there are long waiting periods. But as I'm saying, if you are abroad, the process for renewal is so simplistic. Yeah, yeah. At least. So what's going on? You over here cooking turkey and all of that. I heard that. Have you ever had fried lobster tails before? That is so good. Don't get me started. Y'all know I like to eat. I like to eat. I may be picky, but I like to eat. As Cherie says, she loves her belly. I love something. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Excuse me. You know what I've been doing. You all know one of my favorite pastimes. I mean, I have several, but you know what my favorites. You want to see it? No, I'm going to be nice today. I'll be nice. Oh, so final departing words. And if you have questions, drop them in the chat. We're at 10 minutes, 45 seconds. If you have some questions that you'd like to ask. But what you need to know about moving abroad is that you need to plan. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. I'm a planner. I may be a bit anal retentive of planning, but it is what it is. It is what it is. As I said, the planning is going to aid you in so many ways so that you can have a better idea of what you're dealing with and all of that good stuff. So, anyway, yeah, I am traveling. Um, what I call this pleasure, this is not pleasure travel for me. No, it's more of doing my due diligence. This is doing more of my own due diligence. And so that's what I'm doing. Okay? That's what I'm doing. Reaching out, handling a little due diligence. Yeah. Hey. Hey, hey. You're no star. Let's see who's in here. Because I don't see anyone. Okay. Okay, Iron Process, I'm thinking at least a 4-month waiting period. I know there are like 100K backed up applications. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what, Iron 5, if you go to, because I can't think of it right off the top of my head, if you go to Finish the Race VL's channel, I would say go back to maybe even 4 months that she has been waiting. And what happened with her on 5, she was trying to do, what she did was a name change. And so she had to get a new passport and that whole process. And then she had, something happened with a paper of hers. And then she had to do something else, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, but go and check it out. So 100K. Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting that we're sitting here talking about the backlog, but yet we have Iron 5, all of these travel restrictions? How funny, I wouldn't say funny, but how interesting is that? It makes you wonder. It really makes you wonder. But they were saying it was 100,000+ though. Wasn't that earlier in the year too, or was that 2020? I remember there was a real bad backlog, um, but I'm not sure if that was earlier this year or if that was last year. That's what I'm not really sure about. I'm not really sure about that. Not really sure about that. So, yes, indeed. Yes, yes, yes. I remember that was right. So I guess then Iron 5, they never caught up with the backlog that they had already had. Um, I guess they never really caught up to what they were supposed to be when they were supposed to be processing all these applications. And you know, if you let stuff sit idle like that and you have all these things in the queue, it just makes the queue longer and longer and longer. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, that's something. So Iron 5, what is the first, when you get your passport back, what's the first place, where is the first place you're going to travel? The people want to know. The first place that you're going to travel. I want to know. We try this 12 o'clock. It's late. It's late. I'm going to have another one of my best friends, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to cut it off. Then guess what I'm going to do? They're right there. So Iron 5, tell us once you get your passport, where is the first place you're going to travel to? The people want to know. We're interested. We want to know. We want to know. You know, if I could get into without any issues and get in and get out. Okay, blind guys, so we applied and got our passport quickly in 2020 for all five of us, but we didn't have any names. Okay, okay. Uh-huh, uh-huh. But blind guy, his wife, their life, was that in early 2020, like between January and March, or was that mid, meaning April to June? Because he's right when they started having that back. Iron 5 is right when they started having that backlog. It was taking forever, forever, forever. If you recall that. Yeah. You would know, you would never lie. Really? They good. You don't fry them like you frying chicken. You just take the lobster, marinate it in its seasonings and all of that. Get that hot oil, dip that sucker. No coating. Now people may do a coating. I've never had it that way. With a coating. Oh yes, 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 yes. Barranquilla in Santa Marta, Colombia. I love Colombia. But I prefer Brazil over Colombia. Yeah, yeah. I surely do. I surely do. I surely do. So if you have time, bro, or whenever you schedule to head back after you take care of business, doing your business stuff, head on down to Brazil and going over there to Salvador de Bahia and over in that area up in the mountains and stuff and check it out. You'll be very quite surprised. You will be surprised. Yes. Okay, you said so. Blind guy, his wife, their life says. I feel like it was the end of summer when. Oh wow! So actually later in the year. Interesting. See, that's what I thought that they were working on. I thought that they were working on the backlog. That's what I thought. Well, Sao Paulo is like the capital, like we consider our Washington D.C. is. But the bulk of your, well, where the slave ships came in was centered all around that area in what they call Salvador de Bahia. You Google it and you will see. Years ago, in my former life, so Shell, Exxon, I don't know if they still do this to this day, but they used to have work down there, okay? I used to work oil and gas for some time. And they had projects over there, okay? But they're all over the country, but there's a huge concentration of them in that particular area. There's a gentleman, and I had a lady on my channel. No, she was on Afro-Ethiopia podcast, Iron 5. She was talking about she took a trip with a guy that used to make trips in and out of Brazil, and he basically was doing spiritual trips, and took them all into the mountains and stuff in that area, in that region of Brazil. And she talked about how much she loved it and what an exhilarating and mind blowing experience it was for her to go there during this trip. But I think she said that the guy doesn't do the trips anymore. Ran these trips for like 12 years, and she went. Yeah, but that whole area over there, It's so much history there, so many stories, and they speak Portuguese. So you will have to use, your translator, and all of that stuff to help you, get what you need. But some beautiful melanated people up in there. That's all I got to say. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, outside of Africa, that is the largest concentration of us. They're in Brazil. Yeah, and then the United States is next. United States is number three. Brazil is number two. Yep, that's it. Anywho, it's time to continue the journey of, as I told you, I'm with my best friend, and you all know who my best friend is. You know who this person is. Okay, I have shown you many times who this person is. It's time for us to go take a dance. Okay. Now, when I get to my next destination, once I take care of some business, I will be getting my eyes checked again for the third time in 1 year. Okay. With the ophthalmologist though, because something's going on. Okay. Something's going on. Something's going on. Anywho, you all have a good one. I'll be back live. Don't ask me the date and time, but I will be back live. And check out the upcoming shorts and videos that are scheduled. I do have some scheduled that are scheduled to come out. I need to make some edits too. I've just been busy and exhausted. As I'm telling you, the full day of December 24th, I had back to back to back consultations, so it's been crazy. Plus my personal stuff and all that good stuff. So anyway, you all have a good one. I'm going to dance with my best friend. And peace out. As you know, this means I love you. In ASL, I love you. Peace. Enjoy the ride. Later.